Well, a small town legal battle playing out on the national stage. This one's a classic. Inherit the Wind is playing right now at DC's Arena stage. You still got a little time to see it, and we are so pleased to welcome in two of the cast members. These are legends in their own right, which is so special to have them with us here. Dakin Matthews and Holly Twyford. Thank you both for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Oh, what a treat to have you in studio. And first, you know, we said this is no light fare. This is based on a real trial. Tell us about this show.
Yeah. Well, the original historical event was, of course, this famous Scopes monkey trial in Tennessee, where the battle was pitched between evolution teaching and the Bible-believing community, in which a teacher was espousing the evolutionary theory to his high school students, and it became a major cause for both the liberal, like the ACLU, and for the fundamentalist religious leaders of that community.
Again, based on the true story there. We're seeing some video of the performance. I just caught a shot of Dakin there. Tell us a little bit about your character, because you play the lawyer in this, right?
Well, yes, two very famous lawyers meet. They actually were once friends. One is very conservative, one is very liberal, one is a very strong fundamentalist believer, the other is an agnostic, maybe even an atheist. They've maintained a friendship for a long time, but this one comes to a head, and it's not pretty. The character, Matthew Harrison Brady, is based on the real William Jennings Bryan, who was a presidential candidate.
Three times.
Right? 3 times. A little bit of stress. The leader of a very populist movement. We know what populist movements are now. He was a very great orator, apparently. Famous Cross of Gold speech is what they speak about. But in this one, he's sort of past his prime. And the way that the playwrights have put this play together, it's based on these characters, but it's not them. And so the character of Matthew Harrison Brady is sort of past his prime and beginning now to, he's not questioning his beliefs, but he's feeling the challenge of the modern world coming at him.
And it's interesting because a lot of people feel that they know the Scopes trial because of this play, but in fact a lot of the play's version of it, it really, I mean, the playwrights will say it's a very fictional version of it.
Interesting. Leads to some research, and I'm sure when you're looking into your characters, you know, you're reading up on these real people and pulling from that probably as you're putting these characters together.
You do. Whenever you do a history play, it's interesting. You do want to read the history around the play, mostly get a feel of the period, the time period, and the issues that were there. But you have to do the play that the playwrights wrote.
You know, it's there in front
of you. Can't say, oh, I'm going to do William Jennings Bryan, because it's not William Jennings Bryan. It's this other character born in another place with another set of beliefs. So you have to follow the playwright, but you do love to read the history to get a sense of the times.
Yeah. That's fascinating. And Holly, you play, you're kind of tackling two characters at least?
4 characters.
Quadruple.
So there are 5 of us in a cast of 10 who play multiple roles, because originally it's meant for a cast of 30.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay, yes.
So I play 4 different roles, and one of them is Sarah Brady, Matt's wife, who my research about the original Mrs. Bryan is that she was an attorney in her own right, and in fact wrote a lot of his speeches. So he may have been the great orator, but she was
the powerhouse.
Power behind the throne.
What do they say? Behind every great man there.
Exactly.
You know, we talked kind of about the discussion. There were some panels that went along with these shows. Talk to us a little bit about this message. You know, these are arguments that we still hear decades later, something playing out today. What do you hope resonates with the DC DMV audience?
Yeah. Well, it's not just that it's a battle between, let's say, faith and science, which is how it's sort of set up in this particular play. It's really a battle about how old beliefs meet new challenges. It's actually more universal than just faith and science, even though the issues that they are debating are still alive today, 70 years after they wrote the play and 100 years after the original trial. But just everybody lives with certain contradictions in their life, and you have to, every once in a while, you have to face the contradictions that you're living. As you get older, you're going to be replaced by new people. No matter how much you've learned, there will be people who know more than you no matter how much you've built your life around a certain belief system, there will be other people with other belief systems who will challenge you. So the idea that the human being is always faced with having to deal with challenges to what they believe, and the play is about how do human beings react to that challenge? Do they just hold on until they're destroyed, or do they try to make some kind of accommodation? Is it?
And the fact that they should be allowed to say what they believe.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the playwrights, Jerome, famously in an interview said, "This is not about science versus religion. This is about the right to think."
Yeah.
And you know, in the stage directions in the very beginning, it talks about when the time of this play. When does it take place? And it says summer, not too long ago.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they wrote it in the early 50s. It was about McCarthyism, but they used this trial from the 20s. And so it just continues to resonate, which is, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Much like The Crucible, again, also written by Arthur Miller in the time of McCarthyism. That you say, oh, the play is about the Salem witch trials. But no, it's about the universal question of how we judge one another.
Yes.
And whether oppressing expression is the solution, or permitting expression is the solution.
You two bring it to life in words right here for us. So can't wait to see what you bring to life on stage in full character, everything. Thank you both. It was such a pleasure to speak with you. Again, we got the details up on your screen. Inherit the Wind playing now through April 5th. So we still got chances to see it for you here at Arena Stage. Thank you both.
Thank you so much,
Dakin,
Megan,
for being with us
Thanks
today.
so much.
Really a pleasure for us. Thank you.